A great one here, as it'll be the Dreadnoughts of Chicago taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. At their own 29-yard line.
Go, Reed, go!
They'll start this drive out on the ground. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. Second down. 2 yards on the pickup.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 31, here's a 2nd and 8.
Ready?
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
That's a very nice game there. Confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way you press the hole, absolutely perfect.
Ready? Here we go. Ready.
Throw left side, complete to McLeod. Big strides, look at him go. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
First down and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Come on.
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. You look at this Eagle defense. They enter play here 24th in the league against the run.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. To throw is Daniels. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way to the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood. Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Hurt, hurt. Bronco 80. Let's go.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Pat the 60. Pat the 6. Bronco 80. 19 tight. 19 tight. 79 Broncos. 18 Pioneer.
Looking to throw. Harmon. He'll swing this one out to Richard. And some space here. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. 69 yards. And the Eagles have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? What a lot of offenses say, touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look, and they make their decision off of that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
Jake Elliott to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
He finds his man, complete. It's Romero. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Ready?
In motion comes the tight end left. Throwing now is Daniels. And he is going to lose yardage here.
The tackle made back at the 44-yard line.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15. Tall task ahead of them here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 35. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Out quickly here to Smith and Jigba.
So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down.
Check back.
At the Eagles' 32-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it 2nd and 7.
Cut 19. Hey. 19 Tiger.
Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11.
60.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Now Daniels. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Eagles are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Here we go. 79 Broncos. 19 Lions. 60 Mavericks. 19 Titans. 60 Bobcats.
They go play action here on 1st down. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll find McLeod on the right side complete. Look at the big man rumble. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Have 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he returns this to the 22.
1st down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Now a 2nd and 10. Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
On third down, here's Gibbs. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Slot man moves right. Daniels going to throw for it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. 4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Throwing to start the drive. Harmon. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger, Cup 19, Cup 19.
Here's 2nd and 8. He's got the hook up to McLeod. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
First down.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
Got an open man. It's McLeod. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
Oh, first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted.
And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback. But you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
To the air goes Daniels. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Here's Daniels. Now he'll tuck this and run. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try to figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
17-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
So now, Charles, this drive may be a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
19 Lions.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Panther 11, Panther 18 Cardinal, 18. Dragons, 60 Bison, 60 Bison. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Ready, ready.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Now he's going to step up and run. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, you got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70. 19 tight. 19 tight.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. They're able to complete this one to McLeod. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Now he'll tuck this and run. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The lines move there. Look like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
19. Warrior 70. Trap 60. Trap 60. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Check out.
They'll look to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
18 Pioneer. Seven Pirates! Go!
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Okay, ready?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Mustang 19, 79 Broncos. Panther 11, Panther 11. Dragon 60. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
On 4th down, Harmon. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. The first. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? And he's got his man in stride, complete. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Back to throw. Harmon. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles continue to pull away here this first half. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. They need two. Here's third down.
Here we go. Here we go.
Daniels looking to throw. He'll try to pick it up himself. This pass down the field for Gibbs. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there just before halftime. 63 yards.
That's good for a first down. It's a gain of 63 yards. First down.
A final shot before break. Daniels. And it'll be intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports? And able to get this out to the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Come on.
We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Complete to Rashad Bateman.
Back to throw now on first down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. And this one is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Here comes third down and 7.
3-yard gain on the play. Brings up third down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
They'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigma.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
On fourth down, here's Daniels.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
And he's got this all the way down to the 5-yard line.
First down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Second and goal from the 1.
A gain of 5. Brings up second and goal.
Looking to throw. Harmon. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles open the lead up to 34-0. Elliott good on the extra point. And that makes this 35-0 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
First down and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
Buffalo 18, 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
Now Daniel's going to keep it. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Go.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Jihad Campbell.
And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Intercepted. The Eagles take over first and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Bobcat. Here we go. Here we go. Cowboy 80. Warrior 70. Trap 60. Trap 60. Check out.
Throwing to start the drive. Harmon. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
Loss of 11. It's second and 21 at the 44-yard line.
Cowboy 80. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Harmon. Throw left side, complete to McLeod. A And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Ready, ready.
Operating from the gun. Harmon. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20.
At the 19-yard line.
19 Lions. Panther 11. Panther 11. And up.
Back to throw. Harmon. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Eagles have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Elliott now to have the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Eagles 42. Red Hawks nothing. Jake Elliott to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. He's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Given 3 on the run there, now they're looking at a third and about 5.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll go again with Gibbs. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll be the call to the punt team as it's 4th down. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off,
and he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
76, Panther 60.
On first down, Richard. And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second.
They'll keep it on the ground. Richard. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. This now a 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 3.
Looking to throw. Harmon. It's a screen to Richard. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. From 10 yards out. And the Eagles are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Philadelphia.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, All coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball. And it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
At the 15-yard
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Ready, ready.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Ready.
In motion left, Bateman. They're going to get this outside. Oh, this could be a double pass. And this one nearly intercepted. That one might need to go back to the drawing board. Almost a disaster. And it winds up just an incomplete pass, though.
Cut 19. Cut 19.
Throwing now is Daniels.
Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes.
That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop it. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now.
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
At their own 45-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Here we go.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
19 Lions. Let's go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier.
And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
Ready.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. From 6 yards away.
And the Eagles add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th.
Elliott good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
That's complete. Left side to Bateman.
A 5-yard pass yards on first down and another 5-yard connection there.
That's good for a first down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Hold it ready. Let's go now.
On first and 10, here's Gibbs. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. Ball at the 33, second and 9. To throw is Daniels.
And drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They go play action. Daniels.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Bronco 80. 7 Pirates.
And Bateman, and he'll go in motion right here.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
So this offense able to convert on fourth, and now a fresh set of downs here. First and 10.
18, Pioneer. Ready.
Now Daniels.
He sets to fire deep. And that is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Ready. 60 by 6.
Back to throw again. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Come on. 60.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Back to throw. Daniels. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Jihad Campbell.
And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
Daniels pass intercepted. The Eagles take over first and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Cup 19. 19, Tiger. Ready.
Throwing to start the drive. Harmon.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And he will be brought down, but a first and goal coming up as we have come upon the 2-minute warning.
Goal at the 3-yard line.
Here we go, shot.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed watching their execution throughout this contest.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
First down and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film section tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mention in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Bronco 80.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And my goodness, another interception. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Over first and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Okay.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Here we go. Come, 70 Timberwolf. 18 Pioneer. Ready.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Wide open receiver, complete. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Elliott on for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Evades him at the 20.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
2nd and 13. He finds his man, complete. It's Romero. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
Come on, come on. Set. Go.
To the air goes Daniels.
He's got his receiver, Lane. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
Pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready?
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. So fly Eagles fly.